Hello, my name is Diane Phillips, and I will be interviewing you for the Utility Maintenance Manager position. I will be asking you a series of 8 questions, which I would like for you to answer to the best of your abilities. Now, at the end of the interview, I will be giving you an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have. Are you ready to get started, Mr. Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first off, I would like for you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure, not a problem. Well, I would like to say, about 8 years of experience in the utility services departments, working for various different departments, such as Utility Management Group, where I oversaw the rehab program for the wastewater and the preventative maintenance program stemming from CCTV and other various things related to that program. Before after that, I also did some work with water rehab and the inspection of water rehab and sewer rehab. I have some experience with pipe welding, other various areas along that, but in general, I'm a very driven person. I feel that I have very good leadership skills, communication skills, and management skills as a whole.
Very well. Can you tell me a little bit about your past work experience?
Sure. Like I said, I've worked in various different departments with Wssc. Currently, I am the unit coordinator for the Utility Management Group, and with that position, I oversee the preventative maintenance program for all of the wastewater lines within Montgomery County, such as preventative maintenance with jetting and cleaning the sewer lines, along with claims, CCTV inspections, things of that nature, line blockage analysis. After that, which I've done that currently now for going on almost 3 years. Beforehand, I was a project manager for the System Enhancement Unit. That department, basically what we did, where we were the in-house water rehab program. So I oversaw that, and I took care of most of the projects as far as bills, budgeting, and training for all of the employees. Before that, I was a systems inspector, working for the Systems Inspection Group with engineering and construction. With that job, basically what I was in charge of overseeing the installation of water and sewer pipes. I documented all of the daily reports on eBuilder. I was also in charge of estimating and some budgeting. Before that, that's where I started my career. I was a utility technician. With that group, I did all the actual physical rehab installations and repairs to water and sewer mains and various other valves and manholes and things of that nature.
Very well. Can you describe a time when you worked well on a team?
Sure. Currently, right now, I am currently working on the strategic sourcing fleet team.
Okay.
This team is a group of 12 people, and our mission is to get the right vehicle for the right group for the right price. And this is very much a team effort. We have different teams and sub-teams. So currently I can go to an actual, what comes to mind, we have been working on this document, a standard document on how we're going to go about sourcing and procuring our vehicles. I would say probably the best way to describe it is how we're going to request vehicles. With this team, this was a very difficult task to accomplish. There was a lot of different opinions on how we were to design this. So as for me, how I directly worked well on this team was I took the lead on how we were going to design this particular situation. There was a lot of back and forth on how we wanted to do this, and I felt that we were just talking in circles. So I understood that it was very much a team effort, but I felt what was missing was the leadership aspect of it. So I felt that it was up to me, since nobody else was really stepping up to take that role and be a leader. So I started coordinating different meetings and facilitating different meetings and really just trying to bring us back together so we can work on the core of what we were here to do. I don't want to keep rambling on, so I'll make a long story short. So basically, like I said, I facilitated, coordinated all these different meetings, got everybody together, and we came to a consensus, and we were able to unveil and implement a new sourcing document, how we request these vehicles. And currently it is open to the public within Wssc, and it has been working very well. We've had nothing but positive feedback, and just excited about where we've come with that.
great. Now, I would like for you to tell me about a time when you had too many things to do and you had to prioritize your task.
Sure. A lot of, again, I want to refer back to my current position. I can go on Monday morning. I had payroll. I had SSO emergencies, which are just sanitary sewer flows. I had also some general emergencies that came in, and I had a deliverable that had a deadline for fleet. So that's quite a bit for your first thing Monday morning, getting in at 7 o'clock. So basically, I had to sit down in my office and decide what was more important. So I prioritized. First things first, handle the SSO. That is priority. So I took a look at the staff that I had available and the equipment that was available to me. I dispatched that out, got that handled. Next was the clear, because a clear will turn into an SSO if it's not addressed right away. I got that taken care of. Then that pretty much left me with the payroll and the deliverable for the fleet sourcing. The payroll was due by 9, fleet sourcing was due by 12, so it was a pretty easy decision. I hunkered down and I got the payroll done, worked on that, then I fast-tracked everything I needed for my deliverable and got that done by 11:30. So I felt that was the best way I was able to prioritize multiple tasks.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, tell me about a time when you had to go above and beyond your call of duty, and how exactly did you handle the situation?
Sure. Well, the one thing about being a manager, you work on a salary basis, so there is no overtime. So anything after 3:30 is pretty much voluntary. So we had a force main that broke that discharged about 1 million gallons of raw sewage into a residential area, into a park, a creek where the kids are playing and fishing and families are walking their dogs. One of the biggest issues that we had out there, outside of the obvious of having 1 million gallons of sewage, is the homeowners felt that there was poor communication. So in an effort to show goodwill and good faith, we decided to hold a town hall meeting to go over with customers and residents exactly what took place, what we're doing, what actions were taking place to, remedy the situation, mitigate all the damages, and how we were going to, we can't really reimburse the homeowners, but what we were going to do to compensate and, with their claims and just kind of make the situation better. So customers, most of these are families, they have jobs, they don't get home till, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. They have to take care of their kids. The only real time to be able to hold this type of a meeting was at 7 o'clock at night. So I decided to go ahead and get a group of other representatives that were pertinent to the situation and facilitate a town hall meeting so we can go over everything I just told you earlier and really just show the customers that Wssc is really trying to, again, remedy the situation that we've put them as top priority. We're going to do everything in our power to handle this situation and ensure that something like this would not happen again. And again, we just wanted to really communicate that to the residents and the community as a whole. So I felt that really was going above and beyond the call of duty, because quite honestly, we didn't really have to do that. It wasn't required, it wasn't really even recommended. It just was us being proactive.
Okay. Can you tell me about a time when you worked effectively under pressure?
Sure. I do it every day, but effectively under pressure. If you were to meet my boss, you would see that's, again, a daily task. I want to use the force main again. This was a catastrophic event. This, again, was a 20-inch force main that burst 3 times in a matter of a couple days. And it's right behind a bunch of homes, and sewage was going everywhere. So we had I had to get my guys in place so we could CCTV this line, so we get to try to identify any other areas where it could burst. but we had the pressure of pretty much residents standing over our shoulders. I had the EPA standing over my shoulder, the MDE, which both those are the Environmental Protection Agency and the Maryland Department of Environment. Not only that, we had the news media out there as well. So I had to make sure that everything was put in place, that we got this taken care of, that we were on point and direct with how we were going to identify and had a plan of action, execute off that plan of action. Plus we had to deal with containment issues as far as how we were going to contain the sewage, that way it wouldn't disperse into any other waterways, and just be able to do that with pretty much everybody looking over your shoulder. And on top of that, we had to make sure that we looked professional, and I had to make sure that my crews were working safely and effectively. And it was a very stressful situation. I would say it was probably about 16 hours of just nothing but pressure and stress. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. We were able to get the water shut off and get the pipes repaired and identify 3 future other spots, which eventually led to us expediting about 2,000 feet of pipe to be repaired on an emergency contract. But again, that's just the nature of the job. Pressure is pressure, and it's never going to change.
Very well. Can you give me an example of a time when you showed initiative?
Sure. I try to show initiative every day with what I do. But I would have to say the time that I showed initiative is most recently. Again, I want to use my fleet sourcing project team. We were really dancing around the topic on how we were going to unrail and design this fleet sourcing document. It was very important. Mm-hmm. And somebody really needed to step up and be a leader. There was no real leader. There was no project lead. It was just everybody, complaining, I would like to say, for the better part of these 4-hour meetings. So I felt that I really needed to show the initiative to be the leader, because I felt the only way we were really going to get anything accomplished. It was our duty to be able to take care of these stakeholders, because they needed the equipment that they needed to be able to do their jobs effectively. And somebody needed to show that initiative to step up and be that leader so we can get this done. And I felt that I did, that I really stepped up, took initiative, started, again, facilitating these meetings, bringing everybody back to what our core mission is and what our deliverables should be. And also to remind everybody that we're not here to complain, that we are here to take care of these stakeholders, because it's the stakeholders that get the job done. And it's our responsibility to make sure they have what they need.
Okay, Mr. Brown, is there anything else that you would like us to know about you?
I would like to say that I am a very driven person. I really take initiative every day in what I do. My reason for doing what I do here at Wssc is we are public servants, and our responsibility and our job is to take care of our customers and give them the best quality service. That is not something that I just say. I truly believe in that, and I carry that mission with me wherever I go. I am a very ambitious person. I work very effectively under pressure. I do it every day. I actually feel that I focus better when I'm under pressure. I have no issues talking with the media. I'm a very I have very good communication skills. I can talk to anybody. I can talk about any situation. I really try to listen to people, listen to their problems, and come up with the best solution. I'm not the type of person that's going to come to you with a million problems. I'll come to you with a million problems, but I'll have a solution for every single one of them. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get it done. I don't sit on projects. I make sure that they're done on time, under budget, whatever is needed to make sure we have what we need to get these projects done. I take care of my men on a daily basis. I make sure we work safe, effectively, that we have the equipment that is needed to go out there and do what we have to do. And I really feel that I would make a great fit for this position, because all the attributes I just said about myself, I feel that is what is needed to be a good manager, and especially running a depot as this maintenance manager requires. I feel that you need to have good budgeting skills, communication skills, leadership skills, and management skills as a whole. And I'm telling you, I feel and I believe that I have all those attributes to be the best possible manager. And if I don't currently have them now, I will work every day to make sure that I do. Because for me, be the best, that's the only option.